AICS mags, and how the heck do you get these to fit into your rifle? Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Wanted to share something with you. I got some messages in the comments when I was talking about my rifle, and I got an email as well. And so I was kind of surprised by that, but good communication. I really do appreciate it. The question was, how the heck do you seat this mag in the Ruger? And that was a very specific, pointed question. You know, how do you get this in there? Because it comes with an AICS bottom metal, but it's plastic. And sometimes these are hard to fit. And so, because I didn't unload this magazine before the video started recording, I'm going to do it now. And this one, because I don't want negligence on my part to screw anything up. There. We are clear. All right. So, okay, so I have a Magpul AICS patterned mag, and I have a Christensen Arms. They sent this to me for free last year. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. These cost about $40 a piece, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes they can be had for about $35, I think, but I want to say they're about 40 bucks. So one of the things is, before I even had a rifle that would take an AICS magazine, I had read up on other competition style mags and rifles and things like that. And one of the things that I did notice in my reading is these things can often take fitting requirements. There's some fitting requirements. And so I got these in, got this in the mail. I replaced this stock. I used to have the old rotary magazine stock. And so I will double check my rifle. It is clear. And so one of the things that, when I first put this thing on, I had this Christensen. I did not have the Magpul at the time. And I noticed magazine went in just fine. I was like, oh, sweet. I got lucky. I got a rifle that doesn't require fitting. Not true. If you'll notice, I'm just better at it with this mag. You do have to push down on that mag release just a little bit. That magazine does go in pretty nice. My test samples are really small, meaning I don't have a whole lot of experience with these, so if your rifle's a little different, please let us know in the comments. Now watch what I need to do with this one. I push down, and I'm pushing in as hard as I can. I have to rock it back towards the back of the rifle. There. It's harder to fit. And there's a couple different reasons for that. Outside dimensions and all that good stuff are a little different. And so I'm going to bring you in real quick here. Alright, so we're back down here. I hope you can see these better. A few differences that you can see right up front is the feed lips are different. The width seems to be a little bit different. The front to back shouldn't be too much different. And then we'll look down here. So there are differences. As you can see, these are different. That's different. So this one's lighter, this one's heavier. They're pretty dang tough though. I can squeeze them pretty hard. I don't get any play out of them. And so, big differences that you can notice here. And I'll use my high-speed pointer here from my calipers. But there is a ridge right here on the Magpul. There is not a ridge on the Christensen at all. And so that could be some difference there. There can be variations and differences between brands of the height of the feed lips here. And so, and as you can see too, if you'll notice here, the tray here is sticking up a little bit, whereas in the Christensen it is not. So I use this to level things off all the time. So let's do that. So if we level that off, hold the best we can, you'll notice, hopefully you can see that good enough, the Magpul does sit a little bit higher, and the shape of the feed lips, the feed lips, they're a lot different. And so I have noticed that. Now, if you can see here, you can see it's kind of rough right there. All right. Well, that is mostly because I trimmed a little bit. And so if you'll notice, if I line up the back of the feed lips, again I'll use my little tool here, and that generally lines up in the back of the mags here. If I line those up, these feed lips on the Magpul actually came to about right here. And it was catching on the bolt and the receiver of my Ruger here. And so I very slowly and methodically went one little phase at a time, and I cut a little bit and I shaved it off. And that allowed me to load the mag a little bit better. I do need to cut the feed lips a little bit more. This is more rounded. This is very rough. And that actually, I was looking at it earlier, the back of these actually come back a little bit. So I'm gonna shave those a little bit more, see if I can get a better fit. But that's generally just showing you what you have to do sometimes to get these things to fit. And don't be surprised, even on metal ones. You probably don't have to cut the metal ones because they're going to come generally with this shape here, but you may have to pinch or expand here and here depending on your rifle, your caliber, and all that good stuff. These have different load to lengths from the back here to the front here. So you know there can be a lot of differences between the types of magazines that you get, and so be prepared to know that you're going to have to potentially, not every time, potentially make some adjustments to these magazines. And with that, stay tactical.